In real estate for about 10 years now, and I've been in mortgage financing for about 5 of the last 10 years. When the market crashed in 2007, I remember this exactly to the date, it was between July and August of 2007, subprime is already gone. We were in our office, we were closing an average of about 30 loans a month. 30 loans a month is pretty good business if you recall. From July through December, we only closed 2. So, I mean, that was a big drop, if you consider that, right? So we were having people leaving the office. We actually ended up dismantling the office. We closed our doors in December 20th of 2007. And I just moved with Bristol Home Loans, which is no longer in business as well. And then I had a decision to make. I had a decision to make because here I am. It's 6 months later, and I haven't produced really any revenue whatsoever. Our overhead is killing us because we still have to pay the processors even though they're not doing anything, and everybody else. So I had a decision to make, and I thought long and hard, and I said, well, either I stay in the business and I bite the bullet, or I go back to do what I used to do before, which was a transportation manager. And I said, there's no way I'm going back to being a transportation manager. I mean, there's something, basically in a way, I burned my bridges. I said, this is it. I'm going to stay in this business, and I'm just going to bite the bullet for as long as it takes. It's been hard. As a matter of fact, for some of you, by raise of hand, can you guys tell me, if you were here in real estate after 2007, how many of you started after 2007 in this room? Well, actually, a lot of you started after 2007. How many of you started before 2007? Before 2007. So we have kind of half and half. If you started after 2007, it's probably been really rough on you, hasn't it? I mean, it's been really tough and everything. Well, I said, this is what I said at that moment. I said, in any industry, at any time, there's somebody making money. What are people doing to make money right now? And I started doing some search online, and I found loan modifications. I said, well, everybody's talking about loan modifications. This was, I think, October or November of 2007. So I went over, took the courses for loan modification. I took several courses for loan modification, and we started doing it. I said, well, with a mortgage background, how difficult it can be, right? Loan modifications, for the most part, is like a refinance with no cost. Really, that's what it is. So I started doing packages for loan modification, and my cousin and I, who was actually my processor, we started doing loan modifications. We closed, I don't know, maybe over 100 loan modifications over a period of about a year and a half or so. Some of those loan modifications turned into short sales because the loan modifications got denied, and the people were coming back to us and say, well, what do we do now? So we started doing short sales, and we started working on that. And when that happened, during that transition, I had a lot of agents looking at me, coming to work every day, and they see me, having a system. Okay, do this, do that, we'll do this, we'll close this transaction, we have this escrow here and there. And everybody started coming to me and say, hey, how do you do it? What is the system that you use? And what happened is that I started getting the same questions from 10 different agents all day long. And that started to be a little bit disturbing because I needed to take time away from my work to explain them how to do it. And I said, well, why don't I just put a seminar together? And I'm not a professional speaker. I am not a professional speaker. I can tell you that up front. But I know my stuff. So I said, okay, I'm going to put a seminar together. And I did it. I started off in my office in Cyprus, and we started doing the seminar there for the first 3 or 4 months. And then people started talking to Bruce, the owner of Prudential, and they said, well, can we have Ronnie come and do the seminar for everybody else? And that's where I am. I am not one of those agents that they did a certain amount of business and they dedicated their life to teaching, and then they're not doing the business anymore. I am in the office 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 p.m. every single day, usually Tuesday through Friday, Tuesday through Saturday. The only days that I'm not in the office is when I'm doing training here, which is on Fridays and Mondays twice a month. So